Live from the Kingdome in Seattle, the Miami Dolphins make the long transcontinental trip to visit the Seattle Seahawks. And there is the living legend Don Shula, winningest active National Football League coach, looking today for his first coaching victory ever in this building. He's 0-1. He's 0-6 lifetime in head-to-head meetings against that man, Tom Flores, this year the new head coach of the Seahawks, previously, of course, for a decade, the head coach of the Los Angeles Raiders. Dan Marino, his first visit ever to the Kingdome, hoping to keep the Dolphins unbeaten after a successful early season start, looking ahead to next weekend's matchup in the AFC East with the Buffalo Bills. Backs and receivers for the Seahawks, Kelly Stauffer, after a good preseason, has been off to a horrible start in the regular season. Third down, 8 yards to go. Thomas in motion across the middle. Stauffer is going to be sacked, and the football is stolen. Coming from behind was number 92, David Griggs. And Griggs, the fourth-year linebacker out of Virginia, not only hit Stauffer from behind, but ripped the football out of his hands. So just as you talked about the need to avoid turnovers, Ahmad, the Seahawks make one, and the Dolphins will be in business when we return. Stoyanovich will try a 53-yard field goal, 6 of 7 on the year. The only miss from 50 yards. Scott Mitchell is the holder. In the perfect indoor conditions, it is good. Just getting it through from 53 yards out. No wind, of course, in the Kingdome. Pete Stoyanovich puts the Dolphins on top 3-zip.
That'll be the end of the first quarter, with Miami on the strength of a 53-yard field goal by Stoyanovich, which just barely got across the crossbar. Lead by a score of 3-0. The Seahawks are in control of this ball game.
Just see the surge along the line of scrimmage. This is not going well for the Miami Dolphins right now. They better wake up in a hurry.
First down for Seattle, their deepest penetration at the Dolphins' 26. Miami had the ball only 2 minutes and 55 seconds in the first quarter. They haven't touched it at all in the second quarter. They recovered a Stauffer fumble, Griggs did, and they had to settle for a 53-yard field goal, and that's been all the scoring. Backs are split. Here's Stauffer back to throw. Again, no pressure. Now he sprints out to his right. Oglesby falls down. Here's a deep pattern, man open, touchdown. And it's a 7-3 ball game in favor of Seattle, and the Dolphins had better get the let out with 12-12 left to go in the first half. Third down and 7. The Dolphins really had a problem getting started here. All right, Marino out of the shotgun. They have to get it up to just shy of the 45. Here's the snap. Blitz on in the pocket. He fires across the middle. It is intercepted. Back here on the near side of the field. Picked off by Dwayne Harper. Harper down the near side across the 20. And he's out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. We'll get a field goal attempt here of 25 yards by John Casey. It was 2 out of 3 in field goals. Longest 40 yards. Tootin, the punter, will hold. Here's the snap. Set down. The kick is on its way. It is good. So now it is a 10-3 ball game with 8 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the Seahawks making mincemeat out of the Dolphins' pregame strategy. Whatever it might have been, they have not been able to employ it, and when they did have an opportunity, Marino threw the ball into the wrong colored jersey. Stoyanovich has a 53-yarder. This will be a 31-yard attempt. Mitchell to hold, can pull him up to within 4 points. Awaiting the snap is Mitchell. 21. Here it is, set down. The kick is on its way. He's got it up there, and it's good, so it's a 10-6 score. Well, the Dolphins kept the football for 7 minutes and 1 second and had to settle for another 3 points. 64 yards, 15-play drive, by far their best of the ball game, but they realize now if they don't, they never will, that they're in a dogfight. And if they were a little bit complacent or were not interested in playing this football game, when they came in, no, it doesn't make any difference what the coach tells you. You got to find it out the hard way, and that's what they're doing. They're trailing 10-6. 45 seconds to go before the end of the half. Stauffer is 10 out of 13, 121 yards, 1 TD. He has hit 5 in a row. 5 in a row. Backs are split. Two receivers to the far side. From the Dolphins, 11. Clark in motion to the near side of the field. Stauffer back to throw. Looking left. Fires for the corner of the end zone. Flag is down. It's going to be picked off by Cox, but we'll see what the flag is about. Let's see if they're going to call offensive holding, and the interception will stand up. So Brian Cox comes up with a type of play that the Dolphins needed, an interception when they needed a turnover.
You are right on the money, Rick. They were desperate for a big play. I think the Dolphins right now are going to be very content to go into the locker room just behind by 4 points in a first half where on both sides of the football, I think they're very disappointed.
Well, the first half stats are going to be so lopsided in Seattle's favor, but indeed the Dolphins, based on that one interception by Brian Cox just a moment ago, a great play. They are down by only 4 points. The score is 10-6 in favor of Seattle at halftime.
This isn't a halftime where you talk about X's and O's. This is a halftime where Coach talks about emotion and wanting to win a football game and desire and the importance of coming out of here with a victory.
Here's the kickoff by Casey. Hooks it down the far side. Be grabbed by Craver at the 1. Out to the 10 for the near side. Running laterally. Outruns one man. Gets to the 15. 20 up the sideline. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And out of bounds at the 45-yard line. All right, third down, and we'll call it 11. It's ruled a yard loss back to the 44-yard line. So far, they've managed to lose a yard off Craver's brilliant 45-yard kick return. They're moving in the wrong direction. Let's see if they can get some offense. Shotgun formation from the Dolphins 44. Here's Marino. Snap. Back he goes to throw. Across the middle. It is intercepted. Taken away from Bobby Humphries and picked off by Eugene Robinson, the free safety. Humphries was out-fought for the football by Robinson, and that's the second intercept. The ball appeared to be there, but Humphrey let Robinson wrestle it away from him. So
all of a sudden, there's some continuity to the Miami Dolphin offense. They're getting to what they do well. Throwing to Tony Page, the fullback out of the backfield, and then on second down, the control passing game.
You're seeing Marino's quick release here, too, in this drive. First down from the Hawks' 26-yard line. One back in, Page, a slot man to the near side. Here's Marino, rolls back to his right, sets and fires. It is caught down at the 10-yard line by Mark Duper, and Soupy goes out at the 11. 65,000 tickets distributed for this ball game. Shotgun from the 11 on third down and 10. Marino takes the snap. Back he goes. He looks. He's sacked at the 21-yard line. Mitchell will hold from the 27. It'll be a 37-yard attempt. 53-yard field goal by Stoyanovich to open the ball game in a 31-yarder. Snap, set down. Kick is on its way, and this time it's good again. So Stoyo, keeping the Dolphins in the ball game, pulls them within 1 point now. 10-9, Seahawks lead. 6:21 to go in the third quarter. Miller will stand back at about the 39, and Tootin will try to do it again. He's back at the 4-yard line. The Dolphin defense has held the Seahawks offense on their 2 series here in the third quarter. Here is the snap. He gets the kick away, and he bangs another one out of there. Backs Miller up. Back at the 23. Looks for a hole. 30, 35 to the 40. Good return by Scotty Miller out of UCLA. So we have a timeout on the field with 4:14 to go. All right. Page along with Higgs split in behind Marino from the Dolphins 40. He's back to throw. In the pocket, across the middle, caught by Page at the 50. He gets out to the 40-yard line. There's a timeout at the end of 3. The score is Seattle 10, Miami 9. This is the Miami Dolphins Football Network. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Third down, another crucial third down. Third down and 3. Dolphins are 5 out of 12 on third down conversions. Here's Humphrey in motion. Marino wants to throw it to him. He didn't turn around in time. So here we go with another field goal. Here's the snap, set down. The kick is up. He's got the distance on it. It is good. So Stoyanovich, 12. The Seahawks, 10. With 13:36 left to play in the ball game. Second down and 8. Backs it and high. Here comes Martin in motion. Marino will play fake it. Rolls to his left. Ball is tipped in the air. Intercepted by the Seahawks Tony Martin was the man for whom it was intended, and Terry Wooden comes down with it. The ball deflected in the air by the pass rush. You don't want to make mistakes down in this area, and the Dolphins just committed a crucial error. Ball at the 4.
Flores last week against New England went to the draw oftentimes in this situation.
One back in. It's Williams, and behind Stauffer, 4 receivers, 2 to either side from the 4. Here's the give off. Touchdown. John L. Williams on a counter to the right side. A hole big enough to drive a truck through. So, Marino's 2 interceptions have led to Seattle's 2 touchdowns. So it's a 17-12 ball game in favor of Seattle, and the Dolphins, if they're ever going to get any offense in this ball game, now is the time to get started. Mark Clayton due back next week against Buffalo. Could have used him here today. Receivers in an eye. Here's Marino back to throw off the play fake. Across the middle, it is caught by Duper. Loses the football. It is picked up by Seattle's Robinson, and he is knocked down back at the 45-46 yard line. Ball is put back to Miami 45.
The punt block package is in. That's where Jim Jensen got held on the previous punt. But they don't have the punt block on this time.
Tootin will stand at the 40. Miller, along with Jarvis Williams, back as double safeties. Here is the snap. He gets it high, the far side of the field. Miller up, calls for a fair catch, and makes it at about the 18 or the 19-yard line in Dolphins territory. A punt of only 27 yards, but he was aiming for accuracy that time and not for distance. And when you can get it inside the 20, it's considered a good kick. And he did. Dolphins will start from their 19, having just a terrible day offensively, have not been able to get any touchdowns. 4 field goals by Stoyanovich. Marino has been sacked a couple of times, intercepted twice. Once, and both of those interceptions were turned into Seattle's touchdowns. All right, Higgs and Page are the split backs. In motion comes Edmonds. Here is Marino back to throw. In the pocket, across the middle to Page. Page gets out across the 25 to the 28-yard line before David Wyman. The middle linebacker makes the tackle on the play. Just short of the 29. It'll be maybe a half-yard shy of a first down. From the 29, second down and 1. Marino back to throw again. In the pocket. Across the middle this time, Farrell Edmonds gobbles it up at the 40-yard line, gets inside of Nesby Glasgow, the strong safety. That's good for a first down. Marino has brought this ball club back on so many occasions in the fourth quarter that you expect him to do it all of the time. Whether or not he can do it today remains to be seen. This is a fired-up bunch of Seattle Seahawks who came to play. Bobby Humphrey comes into the lineup. He's had not one of his better days. Second down and 10 from the Dolphins' 40-yard line. Marino back to throw. In the pocket. He rips it. It is caught and held on to. Excellent reception by Tony Martin down at the Seattle 45. Marino up under center. Second down and 10 from the Seattle 45-yard line. Here's the snap. Backey's in the pocket to throw it. Across the middle. It is caught and inside the 35 for a first down to the 33-yard line goes Bobby Humphrey. Eugene Robinson makes the tackle on the play.
Miami's at the 35-yard line. There's about 4 minutes left. I'd hate to see Miami abandon the game plan right now. A better mix of the run pass, run some time off this clock, and the Dolphins have a chance right now with a touchdown to close the door on the Seahawks.
Clock is stopped on the incompletion with 3:47 to go. Marino from the Seattle 34. Big second down play here for Miami. Long count. He takes the snap. Back he goes to throw. Across the middle. Tony Page cannot hold on to the ball. Good defense by the Seattle Seahawks. Page is hollering at the umpire that he was interfered with. Terry Wooten, who also already has an interception, had a hand on that one and knocked it away. So we get into a crucial third down, and Marino's down on one knee. Marino is down on one knee. He has started 125 consecutive football games.
He took a hit on that knee, Rick, by number 77, Jeff Bryant. He is being helped off the field. A scary hit that he just got by number 77, the defensive tackle for the Seahawks.
I think he just had his bell rung. He seems to be walking okay. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with his leg. Scott Mitchell, the big left-hander, who had a great preseason, but has yet to take a snap in a regular NFL game in 3 years' time. The University of Utah, 6'6", 235 pounds. Miami uses its first timeout. This is a big play here coming up. Well, they've taken Marino out of the ball game. He's being talked to by the doctors and the trainers down on the sideline. They have to leave him out for at least one play. From the 34-yard line, 3rd down and 10. Mitchell, who is a left-hander, will operate out of the shotgun. He wants Bobby Humphrey relocated. The crowd into it. The crowd really into it. Mitchell from the shotgun takes the snap. The out pattern. Here's a little look and go. 30, 25, down to the 20, down to the 16-yard line. Was that simple enough for you?
Was that a great call?
That was a pick play.
That was the flanker underneath screen. It was a perfect clear out. They caught the Seahawks in blitz protection. And Scott Mitchell just earned his paycheck this year.
Yeah, he did. And Marino comes back in now. 3rd down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Mitchell got him down there. And Marino is stalled. All right, the crowd back into it. He will go to the shotgun. He has to get the ball just outside the 6-yard line to keep this series alive. Snap, back in the pocket. He throws for the corner of the end zone. Man down there. It is touchdown. Touchdown. Going to Fred. Money in the Banks. Fred, Money in the Banks. Over his shoulder. A circus catch if I ever saw one.
I believe somebody said Freddie Banks would be heard from on this series. Here is a guy that was a minute away from being on the waiver wire against Cleveland, and he makes another sensation.
There was nobody near him. The only question was, did he have both feet in bounds? And he did. The official was right on top of the play. So the Dolphins fight back with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. And it's a 19-17 ball game in favor of Miami. That one consumed 4 minutes and 20 seconds, 80 yards and 12 plays. From the 11-yard line, 3rd and 15, 14 seconds. Here's Stauffer back to throw. They got him, and they will knock him down at the 1-yard line. The ball comes out, but he was already on the ground. David Griggs snuck in from behind and rappy-cacked him back at the 1-foot line. We get a lot of pushing and shoving going on in the end zone. A little taunting, perhaps. The clock shows no timeouts. No time left on the board. Is the game over or not? The players are looking to see if the officials have say that, there it is, there's the gun. So the Dolphins come back and win it 19-17. What a ball game this was, I'll tell you.